Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the session called as Saturdays for Sustainability Learning, where we connect every week to understand sustainability in a holistic manner. So, welcome to this initiative. And if you have joined for the first time, I'll just quickly share what it is, because it also built my resolve to work towards achieving these goals. Okay, so I'll just quickly explain it within next 2 minutes, and then we can start. So this is a mastermind group for sustainability, and if you're hearing for first time, it's nothing but a synergistic group collaborating for a common goal, and the goal that we have is a sustainability understanding. So it's a like 1 plus 1. Generally, we say two, but in synergistic collaborations, there are n number of possibilities, and that's what the kind of opportunities for all of us are for learning, for collaborating, for broadening our understanding for sustainability. And these are the four outcomes that you can expect from this 1 hour, from this 60 minutes. First is learning one new concept every week. And in fact, we are starting three new concepts from this new version. So I'll just explain that to you. Second is networking with fellow professionals, understanding from their point of view, their experiences, and which I think is the best way of learning. Third is getting to know about learning and career opportunities. And the fourth one is thought leadership, because sustainability is definitely here to stay in next decade or so. And it's wonderful to explore it, to lead it with a common understanding, uh, which is a true in its sense in practical and applied way as well. So what is the idea? What is the foundation behind this initiative is, if you know DIKW pyramid, that is data, information, knowledge, wisdom, we have a lot of data and information in today's age. In fact, more than what we can consume, possibly consume in our limited time period. But what we lack is the knowledge and wisdom out of it, and which can only be gained from, let's say, experience or time. And how we can get benefit from it is, we have the cumulative experience of all these people over here, which is, I would say, more than 100 or 200 years, and which gets available to us within just a couple of minutes. So that's a wonderful synergistic collaboration, I can say. And second is discussion and question and answer is the best way to learn. Uh, this has been proven by research as well. And I would like to invite you all for the session, because it's not an expert session, it's a collaborative exploration. So please feel free to jump in wherever you can. If you would like to share your experience, your inputs, please, you're always welcome. And this is supposed to be a non-judgmental group, and I hope you will find so. So please feel free to jump in wherever you can. Okay, so how this session is generally planned is, we have a topic of discussion, and then every week we are trying to make it useful for all, and getting maximum value from this 1 hour is the aim, and that's how we have divided into three subsections. First is topic of discussion, then second is any research report or BRSR report, and any one of you would like to present it, definitely you can. And third is back to basics. Any one concept we will pick and we will discuss it. In short, the basic thing, what exactly it is. So if you watch this 10 minutes, I guess you're sorted about that concept. So that is something that we will be discussing in this session. And I hope all of you have joined from the link that you have received in WhatsApp or in your calendar invite. If it is so, well, it's great, because that will have a consistency. But if you have joined from some of your friends shared you this link, so I would recommend, please register, so that it becomes easy and it gets automated. You will get the invite for all the next session. All right, and I have created some repository of this data, where you will get all the information whatever we are discussing over here. So if you wish to, you can pay as you like, because I don't want money to be hindrance in the sustainability knowledge. So it's not mandatory. It's just the additional thing that we are providing to sustain this initiative, nothing else. All right. So welcome to the 17th August today, which is week 54 for us. And I'm doing this every week, because it builds my resolve also. Whenever I do it uh, in a continuous days and continuously. So welcome today, and today we had topic of day as general discussion and what are the updates about sustainability field. And one of the link was shared in the group, which was who killed sustainability party, and that was an interesting video. So we will discuss about that and any other update if you would like to share. So we will have a discussion around 25 to 30 minutes for this topic. Then second is we will share one BRSR report of Reliance Industries, and we will just spend some time over it to understand how they have reported. And third and most important thing today, we will discuss CBAM or CBAM, which is called as Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. And I hope this will be useful for you. All right, so let's start with this first uh, topic, which is one video was shared in the group, and that was very interesting. I'll just quickly share that link, and I'll share that with you so that you get the context what we are discussing. Give me just a minute. But meanwhile, anybody have watched that video? Anuj has shared the video, by the way. Thank you so much, Anuj, if you are there. Yes, Anuj has joined. I hope, Anuj, you can hear us. I hope you can see my screen, right? Can you hear my screen? Can you see my screen and can you hear the audio as well? Can you please confirm?
Screen is visible, but
Not
no
audio.
audio.
Okay. Great. Thanks for feedback. And yeah, it's done. So I hope you can see now screen and the video as well. So this was one of the video from Financial Times, who killed the ESG party, and I guess it was latest video, just 1 month back. Uh, these are some of the details as you can see. Uh, how ESG party ended or killed. So that was the overall topic. And yeah, so anybody, if you have watched this video, you can just share about your viewpoints. I have made my note, but yes, I would like to hear from you.
Good evening, all.
Hi. Good evening, Bandaru. Hi. Yes.
So I have saw the video. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is that everything, the concept is started by this Mr. Putin.
Mm-hmm.
He explained what are, he introduced, but it was explained by this who is called Tucker Carlson,
Mm-hmm.
the media reporter who provoked that ESG has to be included in every industry. These are the thoughts should be included. What we call this carbon footprints or the climatic changes or other Paris agreements. Everything was what we can say. He escalated to all over the world, and
Mm-hmm.
he explained to all over the world. According to video, this is my knowledge, sir. He
Mm-hmm.
explained all this to the all over the world. But later by that, the companies are putting their budgets or the capex or everything which is related to this ESG was to the profit of the organization, not to the profit of the environment or not to the profit of social being or everything. Day by day, when the ESG comes into the idea,
Mm-hmm.
what with this Coca-Cola company or the other Volkswagen company got affected with this ESG. They are taking the over limits of the pollution like carbon greenhouse gas effects and waste management. What we can say, they have degraded they have abscond, they have crossed the limits of their country pollution limits like that what we can say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Day by day they are seeing that this ESG has been getting losses to our organizations or that like that. I have came to notice that by this video, sir.
Okay. Wonderful, Bandaru. Anuj, you want to share? Anuj, I'm not sure whether you can hear us. but you're muted if you're speaking. All right. If anybody want to comment, please you can. Otherwise, I can share some of my insights after watching this video. Should I go with your permission?
Yeah, please.
Okay, okay, all right. So this was video. It's a short video. We can say 27, 28 minutes to understand the entire ESG. But what I see is it's about the point of view from the, let's say, USA or European point of view. So that's first observation that I have. And whenever I study sustainability or ESG, I always see what is the point of view for India or for our geography, our context. Because most of the time, whatever content we read, first we need to understand what is the rationale behind it, whether it is are there any biases and all. So from first thing, they talked about how Russia-Ukraine war uh, stopped ESG or it had impact on ESG. So which I pretty much felt that it is from, let's say, American viewpoint and how it has influence on it. So that is one thing that I felt. So we need to check how this entire discussion, because this is primarily in USA or some part of Europe. So this is dominated from that viewpoint. So first thing to get clear on. Second, what I liked about this video is one of the recommendation which came as a policy level intervention from government is required to lead the ESG further. So that's true, and which I sense that which is requirement in its truth for across the world. Second, the point that the video shared is about greenwashing and how that has become ESG or green thing has become a tool of marketing for most of the organization and which should not be there as such. So that was the second point I can say. Then one important point that was raised in the video was how to measure the performance of different companies, different organizations, and that was the central need where ESG came. So how do we achieve that? So that's the central question that we all need to focus on when we talk about ESG. This video primarily talked about most of the financial investing or the risk management and how ESG fits in into that entire discussion. So that was the primary goal or primary aim of the video. And one thing that I also sense from the video is many of the people shared that they criticize the ESG policy of the organization or somehow they criticize the ESG and that's how they lost their job. So we are not sure whether they were at fault or company was at fault. So we cannot generalize it. But what they shared is the company was not actually working on the ground for the ESG in its true sense. It was just greenwashing the marketing as a hack, and they highlighted it, and that's how uh, they have to leave that job. So this was the entire discussion. And for particular, if you ask my viewpoint, I don't think ESG party is killed as of now today. So I don't primarily believe in the title of the video itself, but yeah, it's a good to hear the other people's point of view, and that's how we can form a well-informed uh, our point of view, our understanding of the topic. So that's all
So, can I
about this.
ask you a question, sir?
Yeah, yeah, please.
The thing is that what you said, this greenwashing concept, generally in India, is there any company which was imposed like penalty greenwashing? If they're imposed fine or some kind of act, the term you used, the greenwashing, it's like that. If the company breaches this BSR report, any report was breached, any term or any condition was breached, this is coming as like a greenwashing, like imposing a finance or imposing of new initiatives to the renewable energy sources like that. Is there any company in India like that which they have received the greenwashing concepts from the government?
Mm, I don't think so as of now. But yeah, this question we need to search. But my understanding is, as BRSR, we are in the initial phase of implementation. So that will come in next, let's say, few years. So maybe next year or after that.
And the
This
thing
will
is
be
that
early.
the thing is that after seeing this video, so many of my friends also, so many members who are ask this term. What is this the greenwashing concept? They are saying that greenwashing is nothing but if the company breaches this ESG concept, they will impose some kind of fines or penalties, and they will suggest some kind of initiative to get through that renewable path of the ESG path. That is the concept of greenwashing. I think so. That is
No,
correct.
no. So
Mm.
greenwashing is not only limited to, let's say, fine by the government or any legal authority. Okay. So greenwashing purview is large. For example, greenwashing, whatever we call greenwashing, if let's say uh, you are doing some activity, right? So for let's say environment, you are planting trees, you are spending let's say 100 rupees on that, for example. But you are spending on your marketing 200 rupees, saying that we are doing this good thing for the environment and look how we are doing. Okay. So in
Yes, sir.
greenwashing also now they are coming multiple times, multiple types: green hushing, green washing. All there are six subtypes as well. So that's in short. You are doing it just for sake of let's say advertisement or getting more publicity, but actually you are not doing right. And if you are doing it willfully, so that's the greenwashing. So it may be possible that people who are let's say companies who let's say who might make mistake, right? That's possible. They don't have the entire information. Let's say they don't have entire life cycle approach and somehow they miss some critical information, and that's how misrepresentation of information has happened from them. That can be a genuine case. But if company has caught with willful involvement into this kind of act, then that is a greenwashing. That is my understanding. And to give you one example, you might know there was one TT done by Volkswagen
Yes,
for the
sir.
right to pass the pollution. They have set some system into their control unit. So whenever it was tested, the emissions was less, but actually their car on ground emitted much more. So I guess this is incident, I guess 6 or 7 years old.
No, I think so, sir. 6 months back, I think so. That is, I think so, sir. I too don't know. Recently, I read that column.
Okay, you recently. No, no, it's an old case.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Okay.
correct. Almost 5 years back.
So recently, I read that column. That's the thing, I think.
Okay. So they have to call back all the vehicles, and government impose heavy fine on them. They lost their face, reputation was the issue. So these are some of the other repercussions of greenwashing, but this is a good example of greenwashing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody would like to comment on this? I can see someone has unmuted. Anjali, you want to say? And I would also request everyone if you can rename yourself with your name if that's not the case for you. So I can see Anjali's iPhone. You want to speak? I can see you unmuted. Okay. I guess there might be some network issue. No problem. We'll connect again. Okay. All right. So we finished it early compared to what I expected. So should we move ahead for the next item? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll just quickly share my screen. And this is a wonderful opportunity for us to revisit the report, because in last week, I hope you can see on the screen Reliance BRSR report, right? I'll just zoom it. Just a minute. Hope you can see and you can read now. Yeah. So just last week, okay, Anuj is sharing. Yes, I guess Anuj somehow couldn't unmute. So Anuj has shared one point regarding the video. I agreed at a point where someone said that every organization will eventually do the ESG part. Yes, agree, Anuj. Yes. So that's the way it will evolve, hopefully. Uh, yeah, and the point is that person shared that as let's say CSR in India with law, it has become a mandated part, right? So somehow uh, in future, maybe we will not call it as the ESG part, but it will be embedded into the strategy of the organization. So it will be so important that no organization uh, can neglect the importance of E, S, and G. So that's how it will become an integrated part of the normal working of the organization, and hopefully that is the expectation of all this exercise as well. So hopefully that will be the case. All right, so let's move ahead in the second part where we will share any of one report or any one research report. And today we have picked one report, which is a BRSR report for Reliance Industries Limited. And as you can see, the latest report on the screen, which is submitted just 10 days back, August 7th, 2024. So today is 17th, so just 10 days back it was submitted to BSA Limited. As you can see, the subject is Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, that is BRSR, for the financial year 2023-24. So last financial year. The report is attached. It is also available on the company website. The link is given. And as you can see, it's submitted by company secretary and compliance officer as on the screen. So what I was saying, and it's a good opportunity that welcome Siddesh. So I was just mentioning about you now. Hi Siddesh, welcome. I was just mentioning in last week you had raised one question that whether it is mandatory to report BRSR in the same format as shared by SEBI,
Yeah.
or any organization can do some little bit of maybe modification or represent it in some better way. So here is the answer. As you can see, so Reliance has this is BRSR, latest BRSR report for Reliance, and as you can see, they have followed the BRSR format that is shared by SEBI, but they have shared data in little bit infographic way, uh, with some innovative, let's say, graphical representation and all. So that will be evident as we go ahead in the report. But we can just read about what they have uh, introduced in their BRSR report, and then we can see what they are reported. So at Reliance Industries Limited (RIL), every decision is driven by the overarching vision of building a reliance for all. This is rooted in the core values of growth, care, and easy access of goods and services. Sustainability, as perceived by RIL, involves prioritizing sustainable business practices and striving for a future where everyone thrives in a fair and just society. This dedication extends to making a positive impact on the environment, society, and the economy, fostering a harmonious balance among them. RIL's journey has been guided by the ethos of care and inclusive growth. As a responsible corporate citizen, the company strives to advance India's shift to knowledge economy and to embrace the nation's well-being by improving the quality of life across all socio-economic levels. The Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report (BRSR) demonstrates this commitment to nation building and sustainability by transparently communicating its performance to its stakeholders. So this is just initial introduction, and as you can see, they have also shared this report conforms to the BRSR requirements and 2015 listing obligations that were shared, and the NGRBC, that is National Guidelines on Responsible Business Conduct, so which were came before BRSR and on which the BRSR is based, and also Ministry of Corporate Affairs (MCA). All right. So, and they have also given the link for integrated annual report, as you can see, and the CSR report. So we can just click here and we can visit the integrated report that they have, as you can see on the screen. Okay. So let's go back to the BRSR report. Okay. So as you can see the table of contents on the screen, as BRSR has three sections: Section A, general disclosure; Section B, management and process disclosure; and Section C, the nine principles, the principle-wise performance disclosure. So that has been given, and the important element is assurance statement. So that is also given at the end. We will just visit what all they have reported in this report, and meanwhile, anytime if you'd like to stop me, please do so. We can spend some more time if you wish to on any of the points over here. All right, so let's start. So as you can see, general disclosure, overall business, including market serve, financial performance, key employee statistics, and mapping of risk and opportunities. So just the basic details, as you can see, maximizing shared value, 38,000 plus employees, India and 111 global markets, integrated approach for sustainable development, as you can see. So which are sustainable development goals, goal number 8, 9, 10, and 17, which are at core for the Reliance. As we can see, the stakeholders mapping, what are material topics. So in short, materiality that they have shared. And as you can see, the color coding. So human capital, financial capital, and risk management that has been shared with the respective colors as on the screen. For example, I'll just share grievance redressal mechanisms is human capital. So that is the framework that they have. Then as you can see with uh, BRSR Annexure 2, as you can see the details are shared as per the point wise, the details of the organization as you can see on the screen. Product serves, as we know, oil and gas, which are the major contributor to the business of Reliance. So that you can see about 88.31% revenue or turnover comes from oil to chemicals. The description of main activity, as you can see. And yeah, so this is the point number 17, as you can see. And one of the point in BRSR is they have to share 90% the details which contribute to more than 90% of the turnover that they have to share. So it's not enough if the organization shares only top 5 things over here, which will contribute to anyway between, let's say, 83%, as we can see, 83, 84. It is mandated that they have to share 90%. So maybe for someone it will be just one line item, maybe for someone it will be just two line item, but they have to share more than 90% of the details. So that's the mandated. As you can see, the operations detail, national, international, number of locations that they work, types of customers that they have, employees details, and as you can see. And one thing that got my attention, which was if you can see differently able people or PWDs, so number is very less looking at the huge number of people work for Reliance. So only 11 differently able employees work. So that's less percentage, I would say. And again, for workers also, it's just 27 numbers. So maybe hopefully in next year we will see some rise in into this. Women representation, as you can see, point number 21. Turnover rate of employees, as you can see on the screen. So it's comparative as they have given for last 2 years as well. So you can compare what was the percentage. Yes. Anybody would like to add anything? Yes, Bandaru, please.
This gender diversity, what we said, women representation.
Mm-hmm.
Recently in our company, I think so. I don't want to present my company name.
Mm-hmm.
Past 2 years, they are working like deploying of women empowerment is so much more
Mm-hmm.
that I don't want to judge their knowledge because as such a huge company involving the women manpower in the operations or maintenance activities would be
Mm-hmm.
difficult for them. We should first of all, the deploying of women is not a bad thing, but they are giving opportunity to learn. The thing is that if we employ some kind of a person, no, I'm not discriminating any woman or anyone. If we
Mm-hmm.
employ any men like that, we can inculcate within the work premises within 1 or 2 months, or let us take 6 months. For women, it takes what we can say. Uh, See, she cannot adapt to the culture of the what we are working, because let us take a production or a manufacturing industry or some kind of industry. Especially, you can see this margin in IT industry. The thing is that the culture in IT industry, the culture in production manufacturing industry is somewhat different. It is stressful, not like that. Not like that. It's somewhat stressful to compare to IT industry. That is the thing. My point is because one more concern is recently all the last from 2 years, our company was deploying approximately 20 to 50 women empowerment was came into our company. Overall, out of 50 members, 45 members got resigned and 5 members are remaining doing their job in some kind of positions. They are saying that what we got back end report, that they are saying that we are feeling stressed with this production values or the some kind of pay to pressures or some kind of they are saying like that. What is your opinion on that? What is your opinion on this kind of suggestions of gender diversity?
Yeah. So, first thing, what I believe is we cannot generalize it. Okay. So, this may be a special case where they have, let's say, introduced some woman, and I consider this might be a case for man also. Okay. But just the thing that we don't look at it with that lens. But yes, I agree with you that there will be some different challenges when we come to manufacturing sector and when we come to IT. So there are different fields and different expertise is required. There is different, completely different scenario over there. But what I see is if the effort is to include, let's say, to bring in diversity and inclusion, and in long term, if you develop the capability of the people in such a way that they become capable, and with their capability you are giving them the position, so that is the best thing that should happen. But in order to gain the short term, let's say short term results, or maybe just you want to share some number in your next BRSR report or sustainability report, and that's how you are just recruiting the diverse team. So that might not work in long term. So
Sorry
ultimately,
to
that is.
interrupt you, sir. Sorry to interrupt
Uh-huh.
you. What you said right now. To present the numbers in the this ESG report, we should not um, spoil someone career who are waiting more than these
Agree,
people. Agree.
agree,
The
agree,
thing is
agree.
that this year also we are asking our management,
Mm-hmm.
take your opportunity. Just reduce the numbers. We are saying that at least we have taken 20 to 30 members out of 50 members. They are recruiting out of 50 members every year. 25 are from women and 25 are from men, and 5 to 2 people are like disabled or able people, like that they are doing that. Overall, this organization, I'm saying that we are suggesting in a manner that, sir, please check the reports of previous history. How many women are there? How many are taking these challenges? How many are left? Take, and we are
Correct.
suggesting in that, but they are saying that if they leave also, let us take 2 years, pass from 2 years. This what is the production time loss? What is the downtime loss? If a person get resigned from
Correct.
the company, next person should come. He should be
Correct.
trained. He should know the all the procedures and everything. It will take roughly 1 or 2 months. If he is a no person, he will take 6 months. If he is an experienced person, he can have to within 1 or 2 months. This is the point of view. I am asking you what are the solutions so that we can implement. We can tell the management, sir, these are the solutions which we can resolve the problem immediately, like that. Is there any resolution from your point?
Yeah, so one thing is for sure that if they are doing it for short-term gain, just to show the numbers, so ultimately they will see the drop in performance, as you rightly said. And second is, uh, if you can see the second table also on the screen, so this is turnover rate, right? Correct. So
Yes, yes, sir.
that will show in your number also. So in this case, you will see a significantly higher turnover rate for female employees in the organization, and maybe you are not viewing it as important point now, but maybe in next year or maybe after that, you will get a question that why female employees from your organization have so much higher turnover rate compared to the male employees, and I hope that will be asked, right? So you can
Yes, sir.
justify in this, case that the two reasons are, first is definitely it will show into the turnover rate, right? Second thing is the performance loss. So I guess
Yes,
this
sir.
these two
Yeah,
are very very
Dhananjay,
clear.
what is, so sorry for interruption. What is accepting from you is the solution. Yeah, the solution, it's about you have to find out in your own way, sir, because I don't, because no, each case has a different one. Say in our case, we are a renewable energy company. Past there were, if you all the locations were at the forest remotest place. When we recruited GETs, which are very IITs and all, no, they will only say stay 6 months and run away. What is the problem? And then we analyze that, and
ఏమైంది?
yeah, we brought some initiatives like
లేదు లేదు.
gymnast, like sports initiatives and extra amount, and there is a turnover for every 1 year he should be transferred to another department, like that of initiatives. Each your problem has to be identified in your own way. Say when you are a stressed production, that means the whole system is not in place, that women cannot take stress, or that is a very generic idea that should be avoided, that type of statement. Because in BASF, in border security force, take a aircraft which is a very stressable, most stressable working. Women are in the pilot, they are leading space also. But the system what you are following, the process what you are following must be changed. Like they should have a relaxation, they should have a standby, and there may be a cases they may not able to disclose you. There should be a regular checkup for you, then only. One thing I will tell you, if women take over the production system, your management will definitely get more production than what you accepted it is run by currently now. But the solution, Dhananjay or any other in this room, is not possible to give. You have to dig your own process step by step and find out the solution.
Yes, yes, I also agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes, please Amol, please continue.
Yeah, I also agree because when you say woman rebate, there are very simple things like what we also face, na? Basic welfare facilities also. Okay, so we feel this is a very minor thing, but it makes sense. Okay, so as he said, there are various issues in various organizations. Okay, remote locations, maybe the transportation facility, maybe the working hours. Okay, security and safety, or a lot of things are there. So you have to really analyze what is going wrong.
So I want to add one point, sir. For especially what Vijay Joshi sir said there, for women only, we have developed what are the crutches, especially for the women who are who have the kids, or there is especially one more building constructed for them to feel the relaxation. What Amul sir said, and every relaxation standby or everything we have provided in such a way that different from the men. I don't want to discriminate anyone. We are such a facilities are provided by our company, even though they are even though they are feeling stress or preparation. That is the main concept, sir. Is there any resolution? And that is the thing I want to ask, sir.
So just to share that, as rightly said by Vijay also, so it is very case specific, right? So we would require a lot of more details from you to provide the exact solution. Maybe inside your organization you will be able to find the solution. But one thing is very clear, that change is always difficult, right? So here we are discussing about changing the entire organization's way of working. So definitely that will take some time. It will have its own learning curve, and maybe with right kind of efforts, and if it's in right direction, so maybe soon you will realize where is the problem, where is the bottleneck, and maybe you will be able to solve it. But that will require some effort in that direction as well. I hope you agree.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Siddesh, you want to add,
Yeah,
please?
so I have a question regarding, they mentioned like India growth. Many companies do. So my question is there any company who is working on, from the SDG goals, if there is one, you can say like no poverty, right? Zero poverty. So if I'm seeing today the salaries that when I joined IT some many years back, the starting salary that we used to get, still it is the same for IT companies. When the top leadership salaries are going like crazy high, right? They are getting like their salaries are too high. So uh, are they reporting this in the reports, the income inequality between the higher management and the lower management, and how that gap is reducing? Because that can be aligned to the country's goal if they really want to do it. If they have that kind of vision. So is that done in anywhere? Have you seen in any company's report where they are trying their level best to reduce the gap between the lower management and workers who are working in factories, and the gap between them and the top management people? That will be something interesting to see.
Yeah, so what I see is, yes, uh, there is a, maybe organizations are disclosing, or they are saying that they want to work on this, but I'm not sure how genuinely this issue is being resolved, or whether it will resolve or not also, because the issue is so systemic, if we say. So I'm not sure about it, whether it will be really looked after by the organizations, and they will do something about it. But what I guess is, yes, that's one of the part in the report also. So where they have to share the uh, imbalance, or how pay difference is there. Let's check that in the report. I'm not remembering exactly where it is, but yeah, I'll check that, and I'll let you know. If
Also,
anybody
whether the
have any idea.
over a period of time, whether the gap has reduced or is it increasing, that also will be interesting to see in that company.
Yes, agree. Yeah, so agree. If anybody would like to add on this, please, you can. Meanwhile, Anu just shared one example.
Yeah,
So,
one thing, Dhananjay, there is a lot of opportunity for to prove sustainability initiatives for Saira. See, this is a very good case study. If you come across 1 or 2 years, if you struggle to identify the exact problem, what they are doing it, and prepare a case study that before that the women were living that, and after so many initiatives, we are retaining the employees. It will be a very good case study, and most probably it may win lot of awards if they able to recognize, analyze, and solve the problem what they are facing.
right.
Sure, sir. I will try my level best.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful opportunity.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And one input from Anuj has shared in chat is, Godrej Properties is a good example of breaking stereotype for recruitment for women in the construction industry. So yeah, thanks a lot, Anuj, for sharing that. We would love to see their BRSR report, and identify how it is different from others. So we'll definitely do that. Okay, wonderful. So let's move ahead, and we can see uh, transparency, disclosure, compliances. As you can see, if they received any complaint and how it has dealt with it. So I'll just skim through it, so we'll not be able to read everything, but just to get the insights how they have shared. So section B, as you can see, management and process disclosure, ISO certification, SDGs, 9 principles, and all the details, the policies that what they have for each of the principle that they have shared, and the links are given, so you can go to the link and get more details of it. So as you can see on the screen. And the next is section C, which is principle wise performance disclosure. And with each principle, they have shared the details, as you can see. Training and awareness programs, fine, penalty, punishment, or award for uh, any of the findings in their working. So that has been given. Anti-corruption, anti-bribery, directors details, leadership indicators, as you can see, complaints.
Is there a
Correct.
single graphic to know how much percentage is allocated to which intervention, like training, how much budget is allocated and all?
Just a minute. Percentage coverage by training and awareness programs on any of the principles during the financial year. So as you can see, total number of awareness program held 7752, and the percentage of persons in respective category covered by the awareness program. So I don't understand this 100%. So they want to say that 7 out of 7 people, or what?
No, all people underwent this kind of training according to them, I think. 100% of the people in the categories went through those training programs.
So is it true? So they have reached to 38,000 people.
Yeah, like it must be awareness program. It might be online, anything. So
The key manager person's top one, the top. Can you scroll the top one, sir? Top. Not bottom, sir, top.
There will be an eligibility
Code of
criteria.
conduct and everything. All the these are what sir said. This is all comes under this online training programs. It should be mandated by the company. If not during the inductions or trainings or the L&D trainings, it should be completed within the stipulated time. So that that is the reason it came for 100%, sir.
They must be having some modules, compulsory modules, which have been developed.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
right. And
For,
they have given over here in note, as you can see. I'll just zoom it. All employees are strongly encouraged to complete 5 training courses annually. So one of
Yeah,
them they might have taken ESG, and that's how.
it's like a KPI maybe.
so
yes, sir.
then I would like to ask, like, for example, they have written about the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, right? So this is regarding the training, but have they reported how many people are actually, women are actually coming out and being open enough to raise complaints against this, right?
So complaint details
acting.
are here, as you can see.
There is the complaint details will be there.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. As you can see.
Sometimes what happens, this is my experience in the training field. Even if the training is there, there is no enough what you call policy support or systemic support for women to actually come out and raise the complaints because of the fear, taboos, whatever. So it is also about the culture. So even there might be complaints, but they were not reported. Women faced issues, but they never reported it. So this might be underreported, I feel, this kind of things. So
Yeah, that's possible. So I guess that is in section A. They had shared some details on this.
also, is there a single graphic where budget allocation percentage wise is given for all kinds of interventions? Like training is one intervention, safety is one. I don't know, like your.
I don't see here, but maybe it might be there. We need to spend more time on this report and maybe try to understand it. This is principle 2. This is about life cycle and EPR, sorry, extended producer responsibility. Okay, all right. So this is in a similar way as we have seen for principle 1. So all the details they have shared, and I'll share this report with you all. I'll share the link in video description as well. And the last thing, which is of interest for us, that is, we will see just a minute, reasonable assurance that they have given. Okay. Independent assurance statement, as you can see at the last, independent practitioner reasonable assurance report on identified sustainability information in RIL BRSR report. So we have undertaken and performed this assurance, and all exclusions are there, reasonable assurance, and who is signing it? Let's see. As you can see, Deloitte Hutchinson Sells LLP.
Oh, Deloitte, they have done? No. No. So Deloitte is CA, na?
So for companies like Reliance and all the big companies, so maybe big four consultants would be there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be seeing these names only. But yeah, as you can see, so they have written that we have checked all the data points, and we can say that they have done all in the prescribed manner as it is given by SEBI or BRSR. So I'll just read this uh, last paragraph, restriction on use. Our reasonable assurance report has been prepared and addressed to the board of directors of the company at the request of the company solely to assist the company in reporting on company's sustainability performance and activities. Accordingly, we accept no liability to anyone other than the company. Our reasonable assurance report should not be used for any other purpose or by any other than the addressees of our report. We neither accept nor assume any duty of care or liability for any other purpose and any other party to whom our report is shown or into whose hand it may come without our prior consent in writing. Okay, so interesting. This would be interesting to read the entire uh, reasonable assurance report, assurance certificate that is given at the end. So maybe we'll do it next session, or maybe you can do it your own. Yes, Bandaru, please. You have raised your hand.
Sir, basically, I am new. You know about me. In every session, I used to tell about that I'm new to this new SG concepts and everything. Recently, I have interacted with one of the consultant for completing this BSR certification. Uh, I want your opinions from the leaders who are present in this. I want to complete this KPMG BSR certification. What is your opinion on that, sir? Whether it is good for my career or anything like that, sir?
Uh, Anybody would like to go ahead?
Because what the thing is that I know only basic things because I know all these 1 to 3 sections or 9 principles and everything. What kind of reporting structure that I should frame? Because Joshi sir said that Siren should take such a good initiative case. What the women empowerment is, why they are trying to resign from your company. These are the cases which I don't know. Previous I don't know, but the Joshi sir said to carry out that to kind of. Cases so that it would be helpful for my reporting structure or anything. So that is the thing I'm asking you whether it is certification is good for my switch offing of career, or it will be added to my career. That's it.
To add just my quick comment, so I might not be the right person to comment on this because I haven't done this course. Okay, so maybe someone who have done this course, that person can tell you better. But for my understanding is this would be case specific. Means we cannot generally recommend any course, and in view of the different requirement for different people, so that has to be case specific. So for me, I might not be able to exactly tell you whether it will be helpful for you or not. But anybody would like to comment, please, you can.
No, I will speak from the evaluation perspective again. So what I will suggest is you have to clearly jot down your impact objectives as to what you are looking for. When you say ESG report, making, what exactly you mean by that, and whether that course is able to cover that. Second thing, unless you start readily applying the concepts learned, and if there is a huge gap between learning and application, then spending then time, effort, and money will be there. So you have to make sure. Otherwise, you can always do an online course, right? And other thing, if you are looking from job perspective, whether that certification is going to really help you land up in a job, then it's a different story. But is it going to? You have to do many things on top of that certification. So you have to gauge according to whether you can invest so much money in that course. How much is that course, by the way?
The person said roughly 36 to 37,000, sir.
Yes. So it is about your budget, how much your training budget is, what are your impact objectives, what exactly you're looking for after undergoing the training. You have to clearly state that this is what, that I will be able to create a entire ESG report on my own. I will work on 3-4 companies, look at their balance sheets, whatever, and I will create a report on my own. I will study or something like that. And you will present it. You will possibly create a profile of your on LinkedIn. You will talk about it on YouTube. You have to yourself come into the application level, because unless you have a job, you will not be able to apply. So
Right.
I will say that learning level is like, it is, unless you start applying, it's like just a knowledge. You have to apply it somewhere. And if we don't get opportunities for application, this I learned through hard ways. That's what I'm saying. I'm not from ESG background, but through my other training and evaluation experience, I'm telling. This I learned very hard way. If you are not getting opportunity to apply, you have to create your own opportunities to apply. So you can't. So when we say doing certification from KPMG, we are putting the onus on KPMG to teach us the concepts, and that they will tell us how to apply. When they are just giving us a format how to learn, right? So that's what my take is. I will not go into the details of ESG how to go, but it is applies to all kinds of learning. That's what I will say.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much,
Thank you.
Siddesh, for sharing. And I just would like to add one more point. Before purchasing any course, please talk to people who have already completed the course, and then only make the informed decision. That's it.
And you can also you can do networking on LinkedIn and see the profiles of people, what kind of courses they have done, what kind of certifications they have done. Try to do a survey of your own. It's also a kind of a ESG report, if you see, like doing survey and saying, take the top 100 people working in ESG and see what kind of courses they have done. And even if the course is costly, then it will be worth it if it is done by many people in that area, right? So that can be one way of judging. Dhananjay, just one point, if that is clarified. Can you just go to the report again? And I think you went through the page number. Did you go through the page number 20? Because I arrived late.
Page
Page
number
number
20.
20 is
Just
the general disclosure. I hope I'm seeing the same report. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's a different report. No, page number 20.
a minute. Page number 20. Printed at the
18,
bottom.
18. Page number 18, section, the 24, section A, general disclosure.
Point number
24, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, above that, I think management and process disclosures के ऊपर ये सब
Which
जो है
point
ना,
you want to check?
This one. So if you see climate change is first, can you check climate change?
Where it is? I'm sorry.
I think I'm seeing the different report of what. 1 minute, I will just.
Or
It's
you can
in,
share your screen.
No, I'm on actually seeing it on laptop and on mobile, connected to mobile.
Okay, no
I just
problem.
opened my laptop. 24, it's overview of the entities material, if you can search. Or you can search climate change. Control F and climate change.
Okay, this is the same.
No, just keep searching. It's a basically overview of the entities material responsible business conduct issues. I think
Okay,
these are the points, I think, no?
this is the same. Okay, the first you are talking about point number 26, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
right,
slightly
right.
different, but yeah. So they have covered this climate change, managing environment impacts. So now my question is, they have covered this as theory, if you say, where it mentioned in the report, or how exactly it is done. Is it mentioned or it is somewhere else?
Yeah, I
There
hope
is
you can see
there
my
is
screen,
also,
right?
yeah, I can say there is also biodiversity somewhere in this
Right,
page.
right, right, right. So, my understanding is, this is, as you can see, this point is about the materiality assessment. So please indicate the material responsible business conduct and sustainability issues pertaining to environmental and social matters that present a risk or an opportunity to your business, rationale for identifying the same, approach to adapt or mitigate the risk along with its financial implications. So this is in a short a summary of what are the things that Reliance Industries can impact on the environment, on the surrounding, and what other things that they have to take care for their business in short. So it's how climate change is important for the Reliance and how they have the financial implications, whether it is positive or negative, and if negative, how they think that they can cope up with it. What are their mitigation
Is this
measures?
common? Is this common with all ESG reports now? This
Yes,
thing?
it's common. So materiality they have to assess and they have to present it over here.
It will be interesting to see how they are measuring this.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's a very interesting activity, materiality assessment, or we call it as dual materiality assessment. So that's an interesting point, and definitely we will discuss sometime maybe in detail uh, how it is done and why it is so important. But in short, the basic idea is uh, they should identify which are the material that which are the important points, important topics for them, and accordingly they will work on those points. So that is the in short idea for the materiality assessment.
Dhananjay, can I say something?
Please, yeah.
See, I'm Paresh Joshi. I'm a sustainability and OHSW consultant. I'm 72, retired from BASF. And I just wanted to tell, I have done some course from CFI, and they are very, very useful. They take the test, they give you the certificate, and they directly upload the certificate on the LinkedIn. So, without spending any money. So I would suggest, that should be a primary step to be taken by anybody who wants to come into ESG field.
Thank you, sir. That's really helpful. We need such kind of courses which are not charging too much and
No, not charging anything at all.
yeah, great. That's great. Yeah.
Self-learning modules are there.
Corporate Finance Institute, right? You said?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I hope
We can
so
list
you're
it in
talking
the.
about
I
the
think that
CFI
was shared last time, no?
corporate finance institute, right?
Yeah.
So this is the same, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, you had shared last time, Dhananjay.
Yeah.
But I've done it. Yes, shared and I've done it. That's the
Wow.
only difference.
Wow. So, sir,
Okay,
how was
great.
your experience in short? So you got the value from it, right? So it's valuable.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I got value and I got so many, thumbs up on my LinkedIn page.
Wow.
So that means people know that CFI is a respectable body.
Okay, wonderful.
And I have also done some courses from SGS. SGS has a training calendar, and every month they send a training calendar. So, but they are 4 days, 5 days, and cost is around 25,000, very costly. So all these big guns are not affordable by us. So I think whatever we can learn in free and through such forums is going to add value.
Yeah, true. Also, is this course course they are offering the certificate for free, or for the certificate we have to pay? The course is free.
For CFI,
Course
he's
is free
asking.
and certificate is free.
Okay, great. Because in Coursera sometimes they charge for the certificate. The course is free.
No,
That's
no,
why.
no, no, no. They give you the quiz and you
Okay,
solve the quiz and you get certificate.
great. Thank you so much.
And I always recommend people that first go for free courses,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
that's how you
exactly.
gain understanding, and that's how you get the informed decision that which course, after paying value, after paying money, will give you the maximum value,
correct,
or is
correct.
it worth or not, in short.
I
It
I
might be
also
worth for someone else, but is it worth for you? So that's the question.
I also strongly feel the paid courses should give experience rather than the knowledge, because knowledge should be free.
Yeah.
Right.
Last month I have attended one course, which is
Uh,
some course and all. Connect with, 2 days program only showed YouTube videos. That's it, and taken money and say they're international trainers and all. Rather
yeah.
than I recommend all these guys not to every Saturday be in this line, and whatever the paid version of Dhananjay to take, that is the best way to learn and enjoy it rather than going any courses. It's a very real time learning here.
Yeah. And one of the reason is, sir, learning is limited by the capacity of learner. That
Yeah.
is what my experience is.
Hmm.
It's
Correct, correct,
not
correct.
dependent on the trainer. It's not dependent on the source where you are learning.
Hmm.
Always learning is dependent. It's directly proportional to the capacity of learner to learn.
Exactly. Love this statement.
And
So
also the capacity of the trainer. If he just keeps on reading something which is on the screen, is the biggest bore.
yeah, agree.
Okay, Dhananjay, one question,
Yeah.
say I just started working, seeing you, attending your webinars a month back, and I was impressed, Then I saw videos of you on YouTube, and I really want to, become a paid member, and I really want to pay, but there is no system in your, this scheme to come to get a reminder or to get something, So I also forget once I paid, and then I next month I don't know. So is it possible for you to devise a system which will remind the paid members that this day, like every Saturday, something like that,
Sure, sure. Sir. I'll do that. Actually, what happened, I also tried with one of the portal, one of the payment gateway, and that payment gateway, I am facing some problem. So they told me that you cannot ask pay as you like. I can't believe it. So I told them that this is the kind of work I do, and I want to sell it. I don't want to put any specific price. I want to keep it pay as you like. So they told me that all the details I have to share, what is the model, what value I am giving them, and all that. And finally, I decided I'll not go ahead with that
But
payment gateway.
it's called buy me a coffee or something, right? I think pay as you. I think yeah.
Okay, so I'll check that this.
No, Dhananjay, I'll tell you, I am having a platform. I am a businessman. Okay, I have a platform which is called TopMate.
Okay.
And TopMate, we always mention, pay as you wish. And I get sometimes 100 rupees, 400 rupees also. And they keep on reminding the person.
Okay, that's great.
So I think you can look at that.
Sure, sure, sure. Definitely, I'll check that.
And one more question, last question, maybe we are exceeding the time. Is
No,
there any software, to calculate GHG 1, 2, 3?
yes, there are
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can you
Yes,
just give it to us?
I would request the expert over here, Vijay,
Yes.
to come in.
Yeah. Hi, sir. This is Vijay. We have
Yeah.
developed. Yeah, this is Vijay. I'm representing Wipico. We
Okay.
developed a platform called Sustainability Data Platform, which is all-in-one data platform, a single source of truth for entire sustainability data. Love to collect one-to-one and demo the product for you. It will correct around. Currently, we are around 7 categories. We are covered out of 15. For scope 3 and scope 1 and 2 we have covered, and we have a separate ESG, water, EPR, extended producer responsibility, and master data. Everything we have all in one platform. And based on your
So I would
activity,
love to learn it from you.
yeah, sure, we'll connect one to one and have a demo for you.
Yeah.
I'm also requesting Vijay to arrange one session on any one Saturday.
Yeah, sure.
Somehow.
That will be better.
Yeah. We are continuing what our
that will be better actually.
yeah, we are continually developing this product, and our CEO he is not satisfied. He wants to continuously improving this product. At one stage, he wants to stop and then go for a market. That's what. No, we have a clients, but to go to the public webinar, he wants to have a systematic way to go for. Over. That is what we are waiting for. His uh, go signal. That is what we are waiting for him.
No problem, no
Okay.
problem. And even two or three of such kind of services providers have contacted me. So their product is also in design phase, and soon maybe in next 3 months to 6 months we will see a lot of such kind of services coming to market. So that's for sure.
Great. Thank you.
Yes. So wonderful. If anybody would like to add anything, please you can. This is your forum. And the last topic, back to basics, that is CBAM, which we had planned today, but I guess it would be better if we continue it in next session. But before we end, I would just like to share something with you so that it remains with you, and it will pique your curiosity and you will search about it hopefully. And we will discuss in next session well informed. So I hope you can see my screen. So these are basic points, and thanks to Priyanka who did all this research. So it's her credit. And today she couldn't join because of some urgent deadlines that she had, but hopefully next week she can, and we can take this session. But if you talk about CBAM or CBAM, it's nothing but carbon border adjustment mechanism. So it's a policy tool designed by EU to address carbon leakage. And if you talk about carbon leakage, that is very interesting concept. So if you are putting a stringent policy in one country, and the organizations are going away, let's say they are coming to such countries where the restrictions are not that stringent, for example, Asia. So in that case, we are ultimately harming the environment. We are ultimately harming the climate. So how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, this CBAM policy has came. So it will impose carbon tariffs from the countries with less stringent carbon regulations. In short, in a simple term, back to basics. Instead of 10 minutes, we have taken just 1 minute today, looking at the time. But hopefully, next week we will have some more well-informed discussion on this. And I would request you all, if you would like to share any one of the report, research report or BRSR report, you are most welcome. And that's how we can add value. And when you teach, when we share it with others, so it's the maximum learning for us. So please utilize this platform, and looking forward to add value to it for all of us. So if anybody would like to add, please you can. This is your forum. That's it for today from my side. Yes, Bandaru, please. You have raised your hand, please.
Sorry for asking too many questions this session.
No problem, no problem. Asking, there is one good thing, answers are reserved for those who ask questions.
In WhatsApp group, what you said now, I asked regarding that what type of recruitment and what are the questions that were asked while interviewing, what kind of that is the thing. If you have any time or any day, can you escalate that to 1 or 2 sections, because it should not be completed in one session, sir. From my point of view, it should take at least 2 to 3 sessions. If any chance or possibility there, please arrange the sessions, sir, from
Sure,
my
sure.
point of view.
Sure. I'm working on it actually. I'm contacting some of the recruiters who do this full time. Okay, so if all of you, if you could connect with someone, or if you know someone, or the best possibility is if you are that someone who recruits people on ESG roles, so I would love to discuss with you, and we will keep it a one separate session where we will discuss what are the questions, what are expectations for different roles, and how people should prepare for that. Bandaru, I'm working on this idea. So I have connected not many, but one person who is working in careers in ESG careers and green careers. So hopefully, if I get response from that person, I'll arrange that. But definitely all of us can add value to it. So please do connect the right people so that we can have that session.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so that's it. Around 18 minutes more than what we planned. But it was wonderful to discuss with you all. Thank you so much for adding your valuable insights. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend.